We begin at 5:30 with the latest on the war in Iran as the U.S. warns civilians to stay away from ports following attacks by Iran near the Strait of Hormuz.
The military has been working to keep it clear. Central Command says the U.S. destroyed at least 16 Iranian mine-laying vessels near the strait, which plays a key role for the world's oil supply. But shipping experts have sounded the alarm about continued impacts.
I think the important thing to remember is even if we open up the strait tomorrow and go back to normal traffic, you've already caused a disruption. It's going to take weeks to get everything back into order.
The White House has downplayed the rising gas prices as temporary. But temporary or not, we feel the pressure of the rising prices. AAA says Florida has seen the highest daily gas prices in 2.5 years, $3.70.
And that's just for a regular gallon of gas. Diesel drivers have to pay even more. Wink News reporter Maddie Herron has been tracking those prices across the area for us. She joins us live right now. Maddie.
Yeah, the average cost in Florida for a gallon of diesel sits just about $5. AAA says this cost is $1.50 more than this time last month. And when drivers I spoke to see these prices of diesel behind me, they say they see them go up and their jaws drop. When you hear the word diesel, what goes through your head?
Holy you know what.
You know what has these drivers mad? Gas prices.
So we have to drive back to New Jersey. It's a little frustrating. You know, it's a lot of money.
Leslie Inlander says it costs about $100 more for a full tank of diesel in her RV. You can just open it. Anthony Martin's ride is much smaller, but the diesel price tag to fuel his truck is hurting his wallet just the same.
I try to not to drive as minimally as I can because it's just getting outrageously priced. $100 gives you less than a half a tank of gas.
This diesel truck just finished filling up with gas, and as we put the handle back into the tank, you can see over 21 gallons of diesel gas costs $111. AAA's team tells me the war in Iran is impacting oil prices overseas and will eventually trickle down to gas prices.
It's a situation that's very unpredictable.
The company says in just the last 9 days, the average for a regular gallon of gas in Florida has jumped 82 cents.
Definitely a higher cost for drivers out there. And if we're talking about an 82-cent jump, just to put it into perspective, that's an additional $12 to fill an average tank of gasoline.
Meanwhile, Martin is feeling price pressure on the diesel side of the pump, putting him at a roadblock with the truck he needs to get around.
Making cutbacks and trying not to drive as much. Save money your whole life to buy your dream truck and you can't afford to drive it.
I spoke with the team at AAA about ways that drivers can help try to prepare for prices before they get to the pumps. The AAA team said that first, drivers can shop around. Not every gas station is going to have the same price. Some update slower or faster based off of what's happening with oil prices overseas. Another way you can help out yourself at the pump is checking out AAA's gas price calculator. There you can estimate how much you're going to spend on fuel before you get behind the wheel. That's all linked on winknews.com if you want to check it out. Live in Punta Gorda, Maddie Herron, Wink News.
All right, Maddie, thank you. Meantime, the cost of the war now approaches $1 billion a day to support the military operation.
And it could soon impact more than just gas. Wink News security analyst Richard Kulko joins us now with what's happening nationally, Rich, and then what's happening here.
Well, as the war continues, Lois, in the Middle East, and it has already affected the cost locally and globally, as we have been discussing. And we can be sure that any widening of the area of the war is going to have an even greater impact.
There are reports that 3 cargo ships were attacked just today in and near the Strait of Hormuz near Iran. Any delay or cost increase in shipping will affect everyone's pocketbook here at home. While the Strait of Hormuz is technically still open, traffic is down significantly. Shipping companies are avoiding it, and any active mining or attacks by Iran will likely shut it down. They'll need support from the U.S. Navy to stay open, and this has not yet been ordered. The insurance companies raised the cost to move the ships, costs that are passed on to consumers here at home. Many ships will have to navigate around South Africa to get their materials and goods to their intended port. Each one of these route changes is said to add $1 million to the cost for both.
And the costs of food, produce, and all goods traveling by sea are expected to rise. Tourism experts say the increased costs of travel could defer or deter tourists from visiting.
And Rich, if the Navy is ordered to escort those ships, can they keep them safe?
They can. They're experienced at it. Minesweeping is one of the things, but they're going to have to bring in a lot more assets. They have special minesweeping helicopters. They have minesweepers that are special boats. They've got other technology from the sky, surface, and subsurface that detect any mines. But this puts the U.S. Navy in very close proximity to the Iranians, just a couple of miles at best. Don't forget, it's only 20 miles wide at the tightest there, and actually the channel is only about 2 miles wide. So Iranians and Americans could be in close proximity, and we'll see. But the Navy's good at this.
All right. Thank you, Rich.